Hi, in this video I'm going to talk about some of the bread brands that are available in grocery stores and online that diabetics can eat without raising their blood sugar too much. So a little about me, I have been a type 2 diabetic for over 9 years now, and I usually don't have issue with sweets and stuff as some of the other people do, but my major issue has always been bread. Every meal I want some bread. I am not even a big fan of rice. It's always some sort of bread, and I know there's some other people that feel the same, so I just wanted to take some time and make this video about some brands that are available when you go in the grocery store and you're totally confused which one to get, which one's going to raise your blood sugar. If you haven't followed any of my other content, please go. I have a bunch of videos on different foods, so go watch those. And so let's get into this video. So I tested 5 breads so far, and this is not the end of it. I am still in the testing process, but I wanted to get this video out for the first 5 breads that I tested. So the first bread I tested was Nature's Own Butterbread, and at first glance, of course, it seemed like yeah, it could spike my sugar too much, but it seemed like a very popular brand, and I consumed the same amount of these breads, which is 42.5 grams, and then the nutrition facts of this bread: calories were 91, carbohydrates 19.8, fat 1.5 grams, protein 3 grams, sugar 3.3 grams, dietary fiber was 0 grams. So this fiber content is definitely a big one. We need more fiber. So the effect of this bread, here is the effect on my sugar. So you see there was a 110 milligram spike, so it's just huge. This bread, I think it was like a slice and a half that I ate. That was 42.5 grams, so a big no for me. And the next bread, Dave's Killer Bread. They have different brands. I usually eat this one, 21 whole grains and seed. Consumption amount the same, 42.5. Nutrition facts: calories 104, carbohydrates 20.8, fat 1.4 grams, protein 4.7 grams, sugar 4.7, dietary fiber 4.7 grams. So decent amount of fiber, I should say. And what did this do to my blood sugar levels? Let's see. 50 milligrams. That is a huge difference compared to the other bread we just saw. Good one. Now let me show you some other breads. Pepperidge Farm pumpernickel bread. It's a popular bread. I actually really like the taste of pumpernickel bread too, so I had to test this out. And same consumption amount, 42.5. Calories 106.3, carbs 19.9, fat 1.3, protein 4 grams, so it has decent protein. Sugar 1.3, which is good. Dietary fiber is kind of on the low side, 1.3 grams. So let's see what this one did to my blood sugar. 80 milligrams. So that is definitely on the higher side too. Not as crazy as the butter bread, but still on the high side. Now, this is just this brand of pumpernickel. There's different brands that might have a different effect. I think I've heard some people say good things about pumpernickel, but I am going to test some other brands and see we find the bread that has a lower impact on our sugar levels. Moving on to the next bread. The most common choice that a lot of people go to, Ezekiel bread. This was when I first got diagnosed. The nutritionist told me, everyone, oh, you need to eat Ezekiel bread. All right, so 42.5 grams. Same consumption amount. Calories, I had 100. Carbohydrates 18.8, fat 1.2, protein 6.2 grams, sugar 0, dietary fiber 3.8 grams. And what impact it had on my blood sugar levels: 50 milligrams, of course on the lower side. It is identical to Dave's Killer Bread, right? So that is like Dave's Killer Bread and Ezekiel, same spike. Moving on to the next bread, Arnold Keto Bread. This was the first time I tried keto bread. Same consumption. Nutrition facts: 74.6 calories, of course less than the other breads. Carbs are 15.6 grams, again that's less too. And then fat 2.2, protein pretty high amount, 8.9 grams, 0 grams of sugar, 13.7 grams of dietary fiber, pretty high. And It's keto. If you're on a keto, of course, this is a good option. And let's see the sugar impact. 28 milligrams, of course. You could probably already guess the looking at the nutrition facts that look promising. So 28 milligrams. So that is it for the breads. Now I am going to talk a bit about what I think the best bread could be for me, or maybe it's different for you, but let's talk about it. So here it is, the top 3 breads that I found out of this batch that had a decent sugarized. When I say decent, like less, that's good for me, good for a diabetic. And keto 28, ezekiel 50, whole grain 50. Now if you're keto, of course you're going to go to this less, and you're good with the taste. The taste, I didn't feel it was bad. I don't eat white bread that much, but this was fine for me. And then ezekiel bread, and then whole grain. So these two are the same. So it comes down to now is how do you decide between, if you go for these two, it comes down to which taste you like more. Now this is personal preference. I prefer the taste of whole grain Dave's Killer Bread. That's my personal preference. You might totally be fine with this one, or you might be like, hey, I like the Ezekiel. But so this is just my personal preference. I like whole grains, and this is actually the most common bread I eat till I find another bread that tastes good to me and has a low sugar rise for me. So that's it for now. And like I said in the beginning, the quest continues, and I am going to try out some of the other breads. Some of the other breads on my list are Dave's Killer Bread has some other types of breads, sourdough, other rye breads, there's other popular whole grain breads in stores. So I will continue to test. Again, if you are not a subscriber of the channel, please subscribe, and I will keep sharing all the information about foods that type 1 diabetics, type 2 diabetics, we all can eat and enjoy. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.